Hey there. Have you wondered why poor people work their whole lives and stay poor, while rich people keep getting richer even when they make mistakes? I'm here to explain why poor people and rich people grow up playing the same game with very different rules. Once you see those rules, you can't unsee them. 1. Poor people and rich people are taught differently. Poor people are usually taught money like this: save your money, don't waste it, don't buy things you don't need, keep money safe. Money is treated like something fragile, something that can disappear and must be protected. So for poor people, money becomes the goal. Rich people are taught something very different. Money is not the goal. Money is a tool. It's used to buy comfort, freedom, and to create opportunities. So while poor people are taught to preserve money, rich people are taught to use money. Same intelligence, different conditioning, and those early lessons shape everything that comes after. 2. Being poor puts you in survival mode, while being rich allows long-term thinking. When poor people don't have enough money, their brain goes into survival mode. They're thinking about rent, food, bills, emergencies next month. That constant pressure drains mental energy, so planning long-term feels unrealistic. Risk feels dangerous. Loss feels unacceptable. Rich people don't live in survival mode. Because they have buffers, they can afford to think in years instead of weeks. That's why poor people are often accused of being short-term thinkers. Not because they're careless, but because survival leaves little room for strategy. This is also why fear of investing makes sense. When a rich person loses money, it's a lesson. When a poor person loses money, it threatens stability. That's not weakness, that's logic. 3. Poor environments drain money, rich environments multiply it. When rich people earn more money, the people around them often ask, how do we grow this? When poor people earn more money, the people around them often ask, can you help? In rich environments, money gets multiplied. In poor environments, money gets divided. The same thing happens inside families. In rich families, money often flows downward. Parents help children get started. In poor families, money flows upward. Children become the safety net. So when a poor person finally earns more, they don't build wealth. They absorb responsibility. They didn't escape poverty. Poverty followed them. 4. Rich people share risk, while poor people carry it alone. Rich people rarely take risks alone. They have advisors, partners, connections, and second chances. If something fails, it's fine. They try again. Poor people usually take risks alone. If they fail, there's no backup, no safety net, no forgiveness. That's why rich people can experiment, while poor people feel like they must get everything right the first time. Risk isn't equally dangerous for everyone. So no, poor people aren't poor because they're lazy, and rich people aren't rich just because they're smarter. The game is uneven, but understanding the rules is the first step to changing your position. Those rules won't magically fix everything, but they do give you options. And those options matter. For poor people, that often means learning a few uncomfortable things. Being a little more selfish with money, not in a cruel way, but in a long-term way. Understanding that money doesn't always have to be saved. Sometimes it has to be used to invest, learn, buy time or skills that pay back later. It also means letting go of the idea that every dollar must be safe, because money treated only as something to protect never gets the chance to grow. Investing won't always make sense. It depends on income, stability, and timing, but avoiding it forever because of fear keeps people trapped in survival mode. The same goes for skills. Many poor people don't see the point of investing in skills because a skill doesn't pay immediately. But they can change how much you earn, not just how you manage what you already have. Understanding money as a tool, not an end. Learning when to protect it and when to use it, and slowly shifting from survival to strategy. That's how people start changing their position. Not overnight, not perfectly, but intentionally. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, a like and a subscribe really help the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.